So then we ended up finding, and they're like, well, what color are you looking for? Like black, red, blue? I was like, well, fuck it. Why don't we do red to go with, you know, because this is when I started at Edison. I was like, fuck it, let's do red, go with cool color themes, you know, black, red, and white. You know, obviously I didn't swear at the time, but I was like, let's go, you know, color scheme, you know, black, red, and white. They're like, okay. So then, and I loved those fucking shoes, and then obviously I outgrew them. Because I always rode, you know, this is my preference. I always loved riding in, and this is my preference. You know, it doesn't have to be everybody's, but this is mine. I always loved riding in high-top skate shoes or high-top basketball shoes, because I always rode with my feet up against the crank arms on whatever bike I was riding at the time. You know, there was the Harrow, the GT, the Iron Horse, Hoffman, whatever bike it was. And I always kept boink, 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 boink with my ankles. I kept whacking my ankles on the fucking crank arms. And if I wore low top shoes, I've always hated, which, yeah, low top shoes are nice, they're comfortable. Don't get me wrong, they're comfortable. But high top, especially basketball shoes, because I'm wearing high top basketball shoes right now, they're glowing, I think. Hang on. No, still a little. You know, because I'm riding in high top basketball shoes right now. Because, and I got very lucky too, talking about basketball shoes. Sorry, bunny. Talking about basketball shoes, I got very, very lucky. Because ever since I found out what Nike, you know, like Jordans were, you know, the ones made by Nike, I always wanted a pair. I always wanted a pair of Nikes, of Nike Jordans. And can't leave your truck out in the middle of the road. That's not safe. I don't know if they're first-time camper owners or you know, first-time trailer owners. But yeah, you can't leave your truck hang out because that's unsafe. Because it's, grab my, yeah, I got that light yet. Oh, thank God. That was still in my pocket when I was holding on it. It's only 9:23, so you got, I gotta pedal so I can keep going. Because I'm slowing down. Because it's not even 9:30 yet, and you gotta finish unhooking. Because if you go through this whole entire park, everybody's unhooked. I was on Marketplace earlier today, or on Facebook earlier today, you know, right before we ate. And I was looking on a couple things. I remember seeing a post, because I'm in the Green Bay BMX Riders group on Facebook. And this is earlier last week, you know, or late last week, whenever it was. I had seen a post from somebody in the group. His name is Nick. I'm not going to disclose his last name, you know, as far as I'm going, what's his name? You know, his name is Nick. And he was looking for a bike to get back into riding. You know, I said I still got one. I got one. And I was like, fuck it. I'm not waiting for him to, you know, fucking, you know, respond back to me to a comment. You know, so I just messaged him. I was like, hey, are you still looking for a bike? He's like, yeah. And I messaged him. He's like, got any pics? I just sent him a link. You know, so I just sent him to the link to my post. You know, so then he can have the full parts list rundown. And you know, so he doesn't have to ask what's all done to it. You know, and I did. You know, so I, you know, run down. I think I've done it once already, but do a full parts list rundown again. So I bought the bike. It was a complete bike. Oh, you bitch. It was a complete bike for $100. Wasn't bad. Slow it down because this is a big one. And so I bought the bike for $100, and I knew it needed work. Front wheel had to get put back on. Wheels needed to be trued. I didn't know that until after I started riding the bike. So then I ended up taking the wheels back off, both wheels. And I messaged Papa. I was like, hey, the next time you come to my area of town, can you true a set of wheels for me? He's like, yeah. And I thanked him, and whatever. I like how scary it is right now. This is where I kind of wish I had a, you know, thank God I didn't die. Fucking hurt my shoulders though. That would have sucked if I got hurt, you know, if I hit the ground, because I had my light from Corey in my left pocket and that other iPhone in my pocket. You know, so I thanked him and he did it, and I thanked him again. I said, do I owe you anything? He's like, no, you helped me enough, just consider it a favor. I was like, okay. And I thanked him again. And then, because he knows how to true wheels. He doesn't know how to build, but he knows how to true wheels. So then did that, you know, whatever, and I had the fucking light hanging off of an old quill stem bolt